in present tense prosperity, and in present tense vitality, and in present tense wellness. And in fact, the very reason that you feel the sickness that you feel or the discouragement that you're having is because vibrationally speaking, you're off your beam. Vibrationally speaking, the larger part of you has expanded to a place that you have not become. Do you know that sickness that is rampant on your planet today is rampant on your planet today for one reason and one reason only? Your contrast has caused you to expand, and you haven't figured out how to follow that guidance and follow that signal and take that expansion and be the expanded being that your life has carved out for you. And that's why you feel sick. In other words, instead of following your own guidance, in following your own bliss, in reaching for the better feeling thought, you listen to the peanut gallery. You listen to them as they sift through the contrast, and they say, well, those are good people, but those are bad people. And do you know, if anybody can convince you that that person or that segment is bad, and you focus upon them as being bad for a while, you'll get so far off your signal, because the source within you will not proclaim them as bad, that you'll eventually get sick over the separation that one opinion is causing you. When you find evil among those that you live with, or when you find it anywhere, and you focus upon what you perceive as evil, you prevent that which is good from being within you. In other words, there is no source of evil. There's only a source of well-being, because through the contrast that you are all living, you are asking for more. And the source, the larger part of you, the source energy part of all that is collecting the improvement, the best of all, and holding the vibration steady for you, so that you can use your emotional guidance to make your claim as quickly as you can on the good that you and others have carved out of this leading edge time-space reality. So, you were source energy before you came into this body. A part of that consciousness came into the you that you know as you. And as you explore the variety and continually give birth to new expanded ideas, the source within you rides that rocket, so to speak, and becomes the fullness of every new idea that you launch. So now, you who have explored, and you who the larger part of you is expanded, you now have some options that your emotional guidance system is presenting to you. You can remain focused in opposition to your own expansion and feel bad while you do it. Or you can turn your attention in the direction of what you're asking for and begin to feel the flow and the momentum of the power of the energy that creates worlds flowing through you. In other words, when you go with the flow of who you are, you feel wonderful. That's what passion is. That's what enthusiasm. That's what love is. That's what the smell of a good idea is. That's what inspiration is. Your source has evolved because of requests that you have sent forward. Your source is holding steady to the vibration. Law of attraction is assembling all cooperative components, and you, depending upon how you are focused, are cooperative, good feeling, or uncooperative, bad feeling. That is the story of how you feel and why you feel the way you feel. Every time, no exceptions, that you feel negative emotion, it's not because that thing or that person that you're looking at made you feel bad. It's because that thing you're looking at made you ask for more, and you didn't go yet. You're still talking about why you need it instead of how good it will feel to have it. You're still defending your reason for asking rather than just going with the flow and understanding and accepting that when you ask, it is given every single time. But it is given vibrationally first, and that's the thing that trips so many of our human friends up. You don't care about the vibrational giving. You want the money in the bank. You want the lover in the bed. You want the car in the garage. Vibrational, vibrational, vibrational. What's this vibrational stuff? I want to spend it. I want to know it. I want to see it, smell it, hear it, taste it, touch it, feel it. I want the tactile, physical experience of it. And we say, if you will satisfy yourself just for a little while with the emotional version of going with the flow, if you will be satisfied for a while to feel the exhilaration of the good idea, it is our promise to you that your good idea will manifest in your life experience, in your what you call reality, in the same way that it has already taken shape and form in this vibrational reality. This vibrational reality is a reality. It is the vibrational precursor to everything that you know that is physically manifested. But as humans, you've become such organizers of the physical stuff and such observers of the physical stuff that you have lost your sense of who you really are. So you want to see something rather than feel something. We want you to get back to that primal, pre-birth, source energy, memory, that sometimes it feels good just to feel good by affecting the direction of your thought and finding the feeling. The beasts of your planet still remember that. They are much more intuitive, you call them. They are much more instinctual, you call them, which means they're listening to vibration. And you say, well, they've just got good ears. And we say, yes, they do. They have good ears. They are keenly sensing vibration. They see better than you do. They hear better than you do. They smell better than you do. Their food tastes better than yours does, and it's dog food. They are better at interpreting vibration because they are not dependent on the visual manifestation. They are still utilizing their senses. And once you're consistently in this vortex, in this vibrational arena, where you're feeling the fullness of who you are, now you have clear sight. Now you have clear sound. Now you're in this vibrational sphere where what you're asking for can be revealed to you. It's like, have you ever known, Jerry has talked to Esther. He had a lot of life before they came together. And he was in the circus as a teenager, and then he was in show business for years, and he was on the road constantly and surrounded by all kinds of different people. And he spoke frequently about the roughness of the environment and how he readied himself to protect himself. He was very fierce. He knew that there could be those who would come to fight, and he had to be ready for it and to give it everything he had when it did come. And for a period of his life, there was hardly a day that he did not have an altercation and come to physical blows with someone in his quest to make the world a better place. After all, don't you make the world a better place by beating the hell out of anyone who's trying to do the opposite? So we want you to focus just for a moment on, and maybe you've had the same experience, where you actually come to this place of this physical action or altercation. And haven't you noticed that when things really come to blows like that, when there's action, physical action involved, that it's going to get way, 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 way worse before it gets better. And what we're suggesting is, in your mind, just make a mental decision that rather than moving into that fist fight or that nuclear war or whatever it is, just draw back from the action of it. Just draw back from the action of it and just stay with us for a moment. Feel the diffusion of it. In other words, can't you feel the diffusion of the battle when even one pulls back? So now, that's a diffusion of resistance, which is the beginning of allowance. There's resisting who you are and allowing who you are. So now, continue with your verbal dialogue. And haven't you noticed, have you ever been in a discussion with someone with whom you disagreed? Have you ever been able to talk them out of their position? Doesn't it just get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger? The surer you are, the surer they are, and the surer they are, the surer you are. Now, there's a universal law behind that, because whenever you know what you don't want, you know more clearly what you do want. In other words, it's parlaying up bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. But we're just saying, and we know you've noticed that verbal battle never gets resolved. It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. In fact, it usually leads to the physical stuff if you let it go far enough, but we're moving the other way. So you withdrew the fists, and now you've decided to shut up. You've decided to just stop the commentary with the intention of diffusing the resistance. Now, we know some of you are thinking, but Abraham, I was right. I was right. And we remind you, we know you were right. We'll give that to you. You were right. We know you think you were right. We know it felt like you were right. We'll give it to you. You were right. But remember, the criteria is not, is it true or am I right? The criteria is, how does it feel? So we want you to feel the diffusion that happens when you stop offering your fists, and more diffusion that happens, more releasing of resistance happens when you stop offering the words. But you're still thinking about it, aren't you? You're still thinking about it. In fact, you're going to bed thinking about it, and you're waking up thinking about it, the injustice of it. You really wish that you just obliterated them when you had the chance. Now, think about withdrawing those thoughts. Now, this is the thing that we really want you to understand. We've never known anyone who could really turn their attention away from an active vibration, because it's an active vibration. Someone said, it feels like my thoughts are thinking me. So we want to help you to give yourself the benefit of the doubt and let yourself off the hook by acknowledging that when you've got something going on and it's really active in your vibration, you're thinking about it a lot, because you've been offering the vibration. You've trained yourself into the vibrational frequency of that. So that thought is showing up, just like someone to fight with showed up in Jerry's experience every day when he was taking all of those jujitsu and all of those different self-defense. The more prepared he was for it, the more of it came to him. It does to anyone. The more clever you get in your argumentative debate, the more people to debate will come to you. Law of attraction just brings it. So you have to decide, and this is the thing that we really want you to understand, is that when you decide that you're trying to strike your pose of harmony with the new and expanded version of you, with the lifestyle that you've put into your vortex, when you decide that you're going to turn your attention in the direction of who you really are and what you really want, in your attention to something else, that vibration begins to fade away. So what we're really saying to you is that creation is about training yourself into vibrational patterns. And in the same way that Jerry made a decision finally, this fighting business is getting me nowhere. He decided that he was not going to fight anymore. And almost from the moment that he made that decision, not one other fight presented itself to him, because he deactivated it from his vibration enough that it stopped coming. And we are proclaiming to you that you have the ability to deactivate all unwanted things in your vibration. But the only way that you can deactivate unwanted things is to make a decision about what you are going to activate. And the thing that makes it tricky for you is you cannot do it all at once. You can't just stop thinking about that. That's why we're sort of breaking it to you gently. We know most of you are not out there having fist fights, but we want you to think about action being an extreme vibrational patterning. By the time you're offering action about something, you've got a strong vibrational pattern going. And you've got a lot of strong vibrational patterns that serve you, but you have some vibrational patterns that don't serve you too. So cease the action as quickly as you can. Cease the commentary as quickly as you can. Do you know, if you would just make a decision to stop talking about those things that bother you. I'm going to stop talking about those things that bother me. I'm going to stop talking about those things that bother me. You would catch yourself more often when you're talking about those things that bother you. And eventually, by choosing the other side of it, years ago, we offered the idea of pivoting. When you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. So in the middle of talking about what you don't want, if you would stop and say, what I do want is, and wouldn't it be nice if, You could, in a very short period of time, we're talking about a matter of hours really, a couple of days at most, you could change the vibrational patterning of any subject that has been bothering you, and law of attraction will no longer bring you the cooperative components that are annoying you, and will begin to deliver to you the cooperative components that are pleasing to you. You live in a universe that is based upon vibration, and you are a veritable vibrational emitter. And you can control what you're emitting just like you can control what you do with your behavior. But it takes practice to do it. We have enjoyed this interaction immensely. And we say to you,